Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. I'm your host, Saunch. Good muscle morning to you. Welcome to another installment of Bodybuilding Today, where we talk about all things hot topic, hashtag hot topic, in the world of bodybuilding. 6 days out from the Mr. Olympia contest as it returns to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nevada? I don't know. Words are hard. But let's go ahead and start off with someone who is very excited to be there. And the conversation has been that this guy could either be a top 6 or all the way outside of the top 10. Samson Dauda, a hostile athlete and honestly one of the most impressive rising stars at this year's Olympia, is coming into this show looking hungry in this recent physique update. Veiny, big, something like 290 pounds or something crazy. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Samson Dauda as he gets ready for his Olympia debut. Returning to the Olympia since 2019 is Branch Chen Kang. Branch 2015 on Instagram, sharing a recent physique update, again, 1 week out. Love this. This is going to be one of those guys that is, again, either going to repeat and be in that top 5 or he's going to slip. He is going to be one of those gentlemen in the classic physique division that brings crazy fullness. You're not going to see that level of thickness in the chest from most guys. They have to sacrifice that thickness for more conditioning or even just hitting their weight cap. This guy is no stranger to bringing phenomenal conditioning, in great shape, great structure. I definitely have him in my top 10 prediction. If I was being a betting man, I'd say top 6, but there is going to be the discrepancy of the Olympia, the judges, the executives, and all those people having kind of a bias towards physiques that complement Bumstead, Chris Seabum, and also people like Urs Kalecinski, those taller gentlemen. So I am somewhat worried that the shorter gentlemen, even someone like Terrence Ruffin, their placings could eventually start slipping as the Olympia seems to start favoring more taller, more aesthetically structured, crazy X-taper athletes. Now, in the 212, someone who I think is going to continually start slipping in their placings is Ahmad Ashkenani. Now, this dude, I thought he got all the way up to like 3rd place at one of the Olympias against Flex Lewis, maybe even 2nd. You'll have to let me know in the comment sections below if there's corrections needed. But his physique just isn't as aesthetic as I think the 212 is moving in. He has a lot of atrophied muscle that just doesn't have a lot of conditioning and separation. Not a lot of feathering in the lower back. The legs are very Rami-esque. Definitely some injections have been done there to the point where the separation, the conditioning, the striations, the feathering on the quads, especially the outer sweep, it's just not there anymore. And you're not going to get rewarded for something like that anymore. So regardless of how big he is, I think that his placings in the 212 are going to slowly slip. He did place well last year. I thought he placed like something like 7th or 8th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see him making improvements from there. Just not, I don't think it's going to be the physique that the 212 is looking for. You've got absolute freaks like Kareth Bajo, Angel Calderon coming into the 212. Nathan Epler moving up to the open, but he was also a very aesthetic 212 competitor. So you're going to have a lot of really nice looking physiques. Keon Pearson is going to also be in that conversation for the top 5 as well. So lots of nice structures, beautiful lines, great conditionings, great conditioning, not conditionings. I don't think that's a word. And I just don't see Ahmad Ashkenani being able to hold on to anything better than 8th. He'll probably fall outside the top 10 if I'm a betting man. Now, someone who is definitely going to be possibly making improvements is Urs Kalecinski. Now, he did well at the Arnold Classic, top 3. And then at the Mr. Olympia last year, he placed, top 4? Top 5? Top 4? So I can see him I think it was top 5 actually. I could see him making improvements. He definitely has the physique to move him up. He has the structure. He has made, from what I've seen so far, he's made improvements in the back, where that's been a big critique for him. For me personally, I'd like to see the arms come up a little bit more as well. He has the legs, he has the chest, tiny midsection, and we already talked about the back improvements. But I'd like the biceps and the tricep thickness to improve. If he does that, I definitely could see him moving up. But of course, let me know your guys' thoughts about Urs Kalecinski and his possible improvements at this year's Mr. Olympia in terms of placings. And if there's any other lagging body parts that you think that he needs to make improvements on, definitely let us know in the comment sections below. Something I think is really cool about this community is that we talk a lot. It's a very open dialogue. I'm not above you. I'm one of the people. So hopefully, as part of that, I get to see you guys at the Olympia. So if you are going to the Olympia, look for me. I will be there. Finishing it up with some physique updates from Derek Lunsford, some nice promotional footage. Not showing too much, but very, very big. This is going to be a guy who's hungry for a top 6 coming into the Open after the special invite. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think he's going to do well with what he was given. 212 champion coming into the Open, has the hype, has the size. The question's going to be conditioning. If he doesn't have that weight cap, is he going to be able to hold on to that conditioning and still look as sharp as he did at the 212 Olympia last year? Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your guys' thoughts on all the conversations and the topics that we talked about in this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. Let me know down below your comments, questions, and concerns, critiques potentially, and athletes you want to see featured on another episode of Bodybuilding Today. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Drink a nice cup of coffee for me. And I'll see you guys later in today for another installment here on the Bodybuilding News Network.